In this tutorial, we're going to look at a couple of the tools in InDesign that handle text. Out of the three software, Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, InDesign is really the power tool when it comes to handling a lot of copy. So when you open up this document in InDesign, you want to make sure that if you want to have this set of tools match what you're seeing in this tutorial, you want to go to Workspace and Essentials Classic. And additionally, you want to open up another tool down here. You want to open up Text Wrap. So this is a little standalone window. I want to point out this document has 2 pages. We're in page 1. You just click on that to navigate and double click to the page you want, and then just click this arrow to get rid of that. So for the first page, we're going to take this copy about strawberries, and we're going to take this image, and we want it to be wrapping around this copy, make it a little more interesting, and bring the viewer's eye into the content a little bit better. So we're going to use our selection tool. It's the top tool here. We're going to select that. And with Text Wrap, it has a couple options. And if you hover over, it'll tell you this is no text wrap. Wrap around bounding box. Let's click on Object Shape. And then it's defaulting to detect edges, but this is a PNG that has transparency around the image. So let's change the contour to the alpha channel. And then now let's use the selection tool. Now that we've set that, let's take this image, just hold down your mouse and pop it into the area around the text. See what's happening? It is wrapping around it a little bit. I want to point out that once you've done that, you can even finesse it even more, because in the text wrapping option, there is 0 space set around the type here. So let's just add a little padding here. And you'll see it's a little bit more. Now, if you change the text box size by just clicking on the text box and pulling on it, you'll see that it's going to be wrapping around. Still very cool, right? So the other thing you could do now is you can put your cursor in here. You could change the typeface up here. This is defaulting to Minion Pro. Change the type. And then while we're at it, why don't we introduce an initial cap? I'm sorry, not that. Let's go to Window and Type and Tools and go to Paragraph. And let's open up Paragraph. And now let's click here. And now we've got an initial cap that's 2, which means the size of this first letter is the size of 2 lines of type, 3 lines of type, 4 lines of type. And then you could select that, and you could go to swatches and change that to be red or something. So this is text wrapping with a 1 column of type. Now let's try the same thing on page 2, but we're going to introduce another element here. So the first thing we'll do is we'll again go to, I think we're hiding that now. Let's go up to Window. I think that disappeared again. Let's go to Text Wrap, wake it up. We want Text Wrap, Alpha Edges, and let's give it a little bit of a space around it. And now let's go back actually with my selection tool. Let's drag it in this area. And now let's take the text box and let's just make it a little wider. And now let's try something interesting. With this selected, let's go to Object. I'm sorry, let's see, it is, I know the quick key for it, so now I'm feeling like an idiot. The quick key for, I think, just do Command B, text frame options. I want to go that again. So type, Window, text frame options. I'm sorry, I had a space. I use the quick key all the time. Okay, so check this out. This is going to come up with options for how to handle this text frame. So let's give it 2 columns, and let's also check preview so we can see what we're doing. And let's ask it to balance the columns. And then let's give it a little gutter space in here. So that's giving a little gutter space here. So now if we were to wake up the strawberry image and move it in, we can see that that really gives us an entirely different kind of vibe on this. So again, when you're doing this, get your cursor in the text box, Command A, which just gets all the copy, and then open up your paragraph window from Window, Type, Paragraph, open up that window and go down here and let's just add a 4-line initial cap. You can change the color. So this is an introduction to just one of a bunch of tools that InDesign has that are really fun to work with when you're handling a lot of information that's copy-based.